Hi guys, what's up? In my videos, in my channel, I talk about the Korean words that were added to the 2021 version of the Oxford English Dictionary. The words I'm about to talk about in this video are noona, unni, oppa, 형. The word 형 is not in the dictionary though. Anyone who is interested in Korean pop culture, such as K-drama, K-pop, would be so familiar with these words. Those words are how you address your siblings and your friends. In this video, I'm gonna tell you about how they are used with your friends, as I've got already one video about how they are used in your family. Right here. Here we go. You can have some friends who are older or younger than you if you're not Korean, but if you are Korean, things are quite different. Your friends who are older or younger than you are not your friends in Korea. That is, they can't be your friends unless they are over an age with you. You can call your younger friend's name, but you have to call your older friends with respectful terms right after their names, as you may say, Mr., Mrs., or Doctor, and so forth in English, or otherwise it'll be like somewhat. In some cases, very disrespectful to call their names only without any respectful terms attached. 누나, 오빠, 언니, 형. These four words are how you address your older friends according to your gender and your older friends. If you're female, then your female older friend is 언니, which means older sister. Yeah, older sister. Koreans use the same word 언니 to their biological sisters and older friends alike. You can call them 언니 in your everyday lives. But when you need to specify who you're talking to, for example, when there are a lot of 언니s, you say their names with 언니, like 영희 언니, 예진이 언니. Also, male older friends are oppa. The pronunciation of double P in the middle is not pa. It's not oppa, it's oppa. Oppan Gangnam Style. Oppan Gangnam Style. But sometimes Korean girls call oppas with very formal and respectful terms like 오라버니, which used to be spoken about 100 years ago. But that's for fun. That is very reverent form, so no one uses this word as a vocative in everyday lives. But there's no such an extremely polite form in 언니. And if you're male, your female older friend is 누나, which means older sister as 언니, and your older friend is 형. So when you talk about your older friends like 형 or 누나, 오빠, 언니 with others, you don't say they are your friends like 친구. You don't say they are your 친구. But 친한 형, 친한 언니, 친한 오빠, 친한 누나. 친한 means close. Not physically close, but the relationship is close. So 친한 형. If you guys are not close enough, then you say just 아는 형, which means some 형 I know, 아는 언니, some 언니 I know. Likewise, you call your younger friend 동생, 친한 동생. 동생 means younger sibling. Yeah, but younger sibling. But who cares? We are all family in Korea. But 형 and 누나 have more respectful forms. If they are older than you friend, 형 is like more than 10 years older than you, Korean guys tend to call him 형님. Put 님 right after 형, 형님. But that's not always based on how old they are. But when 형 deserves reverence, much reverence, then you can call him 형님 too. It's up to you. Actually, when director Bong Joon-ho got Oscar Best Director in 2020, in his acceptance speech, when he mentioned how grateful he was for Quentin Tarantino, actually, director Bong called him Quentin 형님 in Korean.
항상 제 영화를 리스트에 뽑고 좋아했고 했던 우리 퀸틴 형님이 계신데 정말 사랑합니다.
But of course, the translator left it out in her translation.
My film. Quentin always put my films on his list. He's here. Thank you so much.
But if you guys are close enough, then you can call him just 형, even though he's older, maybe 10 years or 20 years older than you. Just like 형님, the older than you female friend is not 누나님, but 누님. Korean men barely use this word though. The word 누님 sounds like you're a very old person to use that word, or feels like you're a slicker who wants to rip off or live off an old lady. But if you're 30 and But what would happen you turn 31 earlier than your friend because your birthday comes first? Koreans don't calculate ages like that. I wonder if you ever heard of Korean age before. Koreans calculate their ages somewhat differently from any other people in the world. You become 1 year old right after you're born and get 1 year older every New Year's Day. That means if you were born December 31st, then the next day on January 1st, you become 2 years old. So basically the same age is ranged from those who were born on the first day of the year and the last day of the year. If you were born somewhere in the middle of 2005, your friends will be those who were born in between January 1st and December 31st, 2005. If you were born on January 1st, 2005, then you have to call 형, 누나, 언니, 오빠 to those who were born a day earlier, December 31st, 2004, because they are 1 year older than you. This may sound unreasonable, sad but true. But sometimes non-Koreans who have lived here in Korea for a long time are so Koreanized to the point where they feel uncomfortable being treated like a friend from younger generations. There was a Canadian baseball player in Korea whose name is Jamie Romick, who had played here in Korea for more than 5 years maybe. I heard it from the news when he was in his early 30s. He had a break in his country, Canada, and he met some 20-something-year-old baseball player at the ballpark. Let's take a look at the interview.
When I see them in the morning and they're like, hey, what's up? And the way they speak to me is like very impolite. I felt like right away, I kind of looked at them like, you should address me more properly.
So when you watch Korean movies, Korean dramas, in a very simple conversation, there might be some very more complicated things going on between those two than you might be able to see through the subtitles. Because a lot of those words like 형, 누나, 오빠, 언니, those words are left out in the translation. And most of all, in Korean, there's an honorific, the term of respect. That's another story. I don't want to talk about it right now because I want to finish this video by now. Right, that's all I have for today. And maybe we can talk about some other words in the next video. Hope you had a lot of fun, a lot of information too. Take care. See you next time. 안녕!